Hallo mensen, welkom terug bij een nieuwe aflevering van Kingdom Come Deliverance. Dit is episode nummertje 3. Op zich wel lekker. Ik ben nog steeds ziek. Knijt te veel hoofdpijn, maar ja. En daarom zit ik even lekker te relaxen. Ik heb even die shop geropt in de tussentijd. Niet op recording. En ik ben even naar, hoe heet het? En ik heb een spul verkocht, dat, wat ik gestolen had aan hen terug. Ik heb wel dan een paar dagen gewacht, maar het duurde heel lang. En ik dacht, nou, dat is niet leuk om te kijken, dus dan niet. En ik heb nu, hier is onze lieve Pebbles. Oké.
What can I do for you?
Pebbles.
That grey horse you have grazing here is mine.
What do you mean, yours? I bought it fair and square. I admit, it was only for a few groschen from some suspicious lad who found it down by the Rock Tower Pond, but that horse is not branded, so it belongs to me now.
Who sold her to you?
I told you already. Some young lad. He wasn't from here.
What did he look like? Where'd he go?
You're a bit hasty, eh? He had black hair and a big beard. And he looked like he'd been sleeping in the woods. And his breath smelled like hell. But I couldn't tell you where he was headed.
She's my horse. I rode in on her from Ratai, in the retinue that was attacked down by the pond.
Right. You happen to need a new horse, and this one just happens to be the one you already own. Does it have your brand? It does not. So you are out of luck.
Look at me.
I am looking.
Take a good look.
I am.
And what you see?
A simpleton?
Look. You know they attacked an entourage by that pond, right?
I heard about it. That news spread through the land like wildfire.
And the one who sold it to you told you he found it by the pond, right?
Well, he did, aye.
So it's not entirely impossible she belonged to me.
Maybe not impossible, but I paid for her.
Aye, but just a few groschen. You said so yourself. Wouldn't you rather be in the good graces of someone who might have been part of that expedition?
Maybe so. All right, I'll give her to you. But you owe me one. Go and
Sure.
get her then. If she remembers you, she might even come when you whistle for her. Safe travels.
Pebbles, let's go.
Is this huge monster? Ugh.
Yes, it looks cool. Maar die groene is nog steeds stolen.
Search! Got anything stolen? Anything banned? Show me everything.
What's this nonsense? This is not the kind of conduct I expect. Do I look like some mangy thief to you? Ha! People these days. Unbelievable.
Ah, come now. Nothing too bad has happened, has it? You go right ahead, sir. Let's just forget I stopped you, eh?
Ja, ik dacht al, vriend.
Ah! Ah! What a cheap old man. Ah! 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 Ah!
En die tutorial zei dat er ergens hier een soort camp was, maar...
Ah! Go!
The whole world, and now I will tell you the amazing things I've seen and experienced. In the past, I saw a land without end, all covered in sand, hot and dry, with no fresh water.
Here it comes. Good day to you.
Birds born out of mud. In the north, there's a land all covered with snow and rocks. Where it? What is it? Are you whistling just for fun?
God bless. What would you like?
I met the local beggar. Barrow was her name.
She's here again? Oh, confound it. But we'll get rid of her somehow, you'll see.
What? But I...
You didn't give her any money, I hope? Rabble like that are like stray cats. Feed them once, and you'll never get rid of them.
No, she just told me you might know where I could get some armor.
Armor? Unless you want to join the local watch, I don't think I can help you. Unless maybe Radovan, the blacksmith from Takhov. We might sell you something.
But Barra told me you might know of something better. The armor of some Brunswick?
All that, lad, 'tis but a legend.
What legend?
It's hard to explain. There are actually 2 legends, or even 3. Well, it doesn't really matter. Why are you so interested anyway? Fine armor like that belongs in the hands of a knight.
Are you saying I don't look like a knight to you?
Well, actually... Oh, apologies, sir. My eyesight isn't what it used to be. You know, I spend all my time poring over books. So, that legend. In short, they say the armor of ancient Bohemian Prince Brunswick is hidden here, waiting for some valiant knight to find it. I don't believe it, of course. After all, I'm educated. But you'd be surprised how many fools have set off to find it.
Who exactly was this Brunswick?
You don't know, lad? Educate yourself. Brunswick was a famous Czech prince who won the lion for our country's coat of arms.
Really? How is it that I've never heard of him?
Perhaps because he never existed. Prince Vladislav II got the lion for our coat of arms for helping Emperor Frederick I, known as Redbeard.
But you just said that...
Brunswick is just a legend, but a quite lovely one, I'll give you that.
Could you recount for me the legend of Brunswick?
Well, why not? Brunswick was a valiant Bohemian prince. He lived in a time when our country had an eagle on its coat of arms, but that wasn't good enough for him, so he decided to head out into the world and gain the mark of a more powerful animal.
A man after my own heart.
You may think so, but his wife was none too happy. Her name was Ludmilla, and she begged Brunswick 100 times to stay home, but he just couldn't be persuaded. Still, he loved her very much, so he took her ring and told her that unless someone came and showed her that ring during the next 7 years, she should wait for his return. But if he failed to return after 7 years, that would mean he would never return.
Damn. He didn't come back, did he?
Don't skip ahead. We'll get to that. Brunswick's party set out to sea, but didn't get far. They were drawn in by an island with a mysterious mountain of amber that holds all ships and prevents them from leaving. Over time, the men on the deserted island died of starvation, leaving only Brunswick, who noticed that once a year a great bird called No came to the island to hunt, and so the clever knight hid in his horse's hide at just the right time. And when the bird came, it mistook him for prey and carried him away. So Brunswick wandered on. After some time on the road, the prince came across something unprecedented. A duel between a lion and a 9-headed dragon. So, what do you think Brunswick did at that moment?
Well, considering what he later added to the coat of arms, I expect he helped the lion, eh?
Smart. Brunswick rushed to help the lion, and together they killed the dragon. And from that time on, they were stalwart companions. The lion even followed him all the way back to Bohemia. Except, by then, it was already too late. It had already been exactly 7 years to the day since Brunswick set off on his journey. His wife, Ludmilla, who had until that time valiantly resisted all suitors, was about to remarry. But at the wedding feast, Brunswick managed to drop the ring in her cup, so it all turned out well. For Brunswick, that is. Not so for Ludmilla's new groom, but the lion took care of that.
Where did Brunswick's armor come from?
It is said that George the Lion of Württemberg brought it here. He was the nephew of Lord Chenyek of Württemberg, who built Trusky. This George spent a lot of time with King Wenceslas. A suspiciously long amount of time, if you know what I mean.
I think I get the picture.
And it is said that one day, a lion escaped from the king's menagerie, and George overpowered it with his bare hands and laid it at the king's feet, still alive. As a reward, Wenceslas gave young Württemberg the name Lion and the armor of his ancestor, Prince Brunswick. Only Sir George didn't live to enjoy it for long. He caught the plague at a tournament abroad, and died on his way back to his king, specifically while visiting his uncle here at Trusky. Of course, the king wanted his armor back, but Lord Chenyek didn't want to give it to him, claiming he had the hereditary right to it. It looked like Wenceslas would lay siege to Trusky, but fortunately Lord Chenyek was completely destitute by then, so he sold all of Trusky and the armor to the king.
Chenyek was broke. How come?
Because of building his castle. Trusky may be impressive, but it's too expensive for a nobleman. Even the king had difficulty paying for such a castle.
Well, if the king was so endeared with Brunswick's armor, why did he leave it here?
Because he didn't have any choice, my friend. He never found the armor. Lord Chenyek was as cunning as a fox. While he did leave the armor here, he never told anyone where. It's said he hid it so it could only be found by a true knight, each piece in a different place. Or so they say round these parts. Who knows if there's any truth to the tale?
And do you know where I could find Brunswick's armor?
Yes, lad, if it even really exists. But I do have a little bit of advice for you. Sir Chenyek, who they say hid the armor, left behind a riddle. It's a test that must be passed by whoever wants to find it. Do you want to hear it?
And how did that riddle go?
Wait, how was it? I've got it. Take your leave of crone and maiden, standing tall behind the gates. Boldly go towards true midnight. In caverns cold your prize awaits. Pass through the all of forest kings, hidden deep from hunter's gaze. Standing tall, 2 guards of stone, behind whom yearned for treasure lays. Between them stands a mighty rock, a subtle niche, yet deeper still, a place to give one's art to God. Behold, my armor gleaming still.
The crone and the maiden towards midnight. We've got east, west, midday, midnight. Bloody hell. I think I know where it is.
Really? Well, seems you've got something between your ears then, lad. And you know what? I've got something else for you. Sir George, who previously owned the armor, wanted to have a nice poleaxe made in Prague too, but he died of the plague before he could do it. I'm not too certain about Brunswick and his armor, but this is certainly true because I have a copy of George's order here. Here, take it as a keepsake. And now go.
Ging beter dan de eerste keer. Ik kreeg veel meer informatie. Dat is op zich wel handig. Dit is om een wapen te maken. Oké, nice. Dat is blacksmithing.
Are you blind?
How's it going? Running out of ink. What? Again? What do you mean, again? You refused to let me draw last time I asked. So it won't come as a surprise when I...
Excuse me.
What am I supposed to...
Ik moet richting B. Ik probeer die armor te pakken.
God! 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 Go! Go!
Oeh, Britty.
Just a bit further. Go! God! Quick! Whoa! Whoa! Quick! Whoa, whoa.
Hey, old fellow. The roads are bad today. Do you want to join us by the fire?
God bless you.
ga misschien toch wel eerst om wat zoeken en weet ik veel wat. Ja, ik wil wel die armor vinden, maar ik ben bang dat de main questlines weggaan. Maar ik heb al 6 dagen gewoon achter elkaar gewoon niet de questline gedaan. Dus ik denk dat dat oké is. Ja, ik weet ook niet wat ik moet doen. Ik heb ook even... Wat? Doe maar de deurtje weer dicht. Er is niemand hier. Dan naar je huis. Ik denk dat ik klaar ben met spelen vandaag. Allemaal bedankt voor het kijken. Een beetje een korte episode, maar ik voel me ook niet zo lekker. Dus